Hi, it's Linda with No Frills ASMR. I wanted to come back and do a little update on this sunscreen. About a month ago, this was sent to me as a sample, and I did a unboxing video on it, and I said I'd come back and update you. And you can see I haven't used a whole lot of it, and I'm going to tell you why. So this is a tinted mineral SPF 40 sunscreen, and I have used it a bunch of times, and I've decided I don't really like it. I'll use it on my hands and my wrist. I think it's good for that. It's fine for that. But it has a scent of some sort. Not much, actually. I don't know. But when I use it on my face, I have, every single time I've used it on my face, I end up getting a little, like, pimple or something along the lines of a pimple on my chin. And I'm over 50. I don't get pimples very much, That's unusual. And I've definitely correlates to using this. But the really maybe even bigger issue with it for me, well, one other thing, it's kind of sticky, and you put it on and wait a while and it doesn't really seem to soak in the way I want it to. It kind of stays a little greasy, sticky. Okay, but the real issue I'm having is if I go exercise, go out, and if you sweat, or even just after a long day, if it gets into your eyes, I don't even know how it's getting into my eyes, but it's only when I wear this, it stings like crazy. It just stings my eyes so bad. So that's my problem with it, and I'm sorry to say that because I was excited to receive this, and it was nice they sent me a sample. But I believe this sunscreen's $39.99. Now, the one that I use the most right now is this Neutrogena. Look, the bottle's dirty because it's almost empty. UV Tint Face Liquid. This is a 30 SPF, and I use the shade medium. They have a light, but my skin is light and I use medium, and I like this. Now, if you have I have dry skin, so this goes on a little bit shiny, but it soaks in about 5 minutes, and I like it a lot. I also have it in this medium dark. So sometimes I use this. This is going to sound kind of weird, but on my eyes, almost like a eyeshadow. Or if I want to look a little bit tan, I'll use a little bit of that. Sometimes I mix them. And then this Australian Gold, I like a lot. I use it. This was my favorite until I started using this. This one has more of a matte finish. This is more of a shiny finish. I kind of like this. It looks kind of dewy once it settles in a little bit. But I use this on my nose. I'll put this on and then put this on my nose and the top of my forehead or under my eyes maybe, because this is a lighter shade, and it keeps you from being shiny. So if you have oily skin, I would recommend this one. But on my nose, I don't like my nose to be shiny. So yeah, I like this a lot. I switch between these two. And then this is what I used years ago. This one was too shiny for me. It was too, it's old now. This one's probably expired. What does it say? Expires 2 of 22. Holy moly, it's older than I thought. But I used this for a while, but then I switched to this, and then I switched to this. But now I kind of go between these two. And if you're putting on makeup, this is it works like a primer, I would say, because it kind of sucks up the oils a little bit. So these both have titanium dioxide and zinc oxide. And zinc oxide is, zinc, like the white that you'd put on your nose as a lifeguard in the 1950s. But the titanium dioxide, I believe that's part of what it gives it the tint. It's the color, and it blocks out sort of different UV rays, UVB or something. So this one has 21% zinc and 3% titanium. This one has 4% zinc and 4% titanium. I don't know what those numbers really mean, but they both have titanium. And let's see if this one does. Yeah, this one's titanium and zinc. But this one only lists zinc. So I would also wonder, because I know that titanium actually works for different rays, like UVB rays or something. So I almost wonder if this is even as good of a sunscreen. And these all cost around, I don't know, what do you think? $14, if even. This one I know I bought on clearance at Target for $3. I bought 4 of them. Even though they'll probably expire, but I was like, I gotta get those. But I just think for the money, I would go with one of these. And, I know there's like all these other sunscreens that I have not tried. But these are just the ones I use that I think are pretty good value and they work well. I never get sunburnt on my face. If I'm going like swimming, then I'll use a chemical sunscreen like Coppertone Sports. It's like a 50 SPF waterproof. That works really well. But, or even the kids sunscreen. Those are good too. But for like your face on a regular day, I think these are good. So, sorry, Go Pure. I'm not saying this is going to be true for everybody, but for me, it causes my eyes to sting, which is sort of a no-go for me. I hate that. And I did get a pimple every time I wore it. And also, like, it's just leaves a little sticky. The other thing I really like is this Neutrogena Lip Soother. It has an SPF 20. So sometimes I get the sunscreen on my lips. So they're right up there because that's where you'll get wrinkles when you're old, is right around your lips. And then let that soak in and then put a little of this throughout the day. Maybe a little lip tint kind of mixed into it. But, so this is SPF 20. I just carry that in my pocket usually. So anyway, I told you I'd do a little update on this, and that's the update. So, I don't know what to say. I think I will use it just, as for my hands and my arms, maybe. I thought before when I smelled it, it smelled kind of vanilla, but now it doesn't. So maybe there isn't a fragrance in there. Do they say? Nope. Animal test free. You may report serious side effects too.